Well, hello everybody. This is Trey, aka Nazgul, or Naz for short. Most everybody calls me Naz. So you bought Stranded Deep, you're starting to play the game, and you're wondering what should you do. Well, hopefully this video is going to help you figure out what you need to do and some of the tips and tricks that will make it a little easier to survive. Alright, so first off, when you spawn, you're going to spawn next to an island. When you go to that island, you want to think about whether that island is an island that you're going to stay and build your base, or you're just going to grab some stuff and head out to find a bigger island. If it turns out to be an island that is too small, or you don't think it's going to make a very good base, it doesn't have a lot of resources, not a lot of palm trees or rocks, some of the more critical things you need to get started in building, I would suggest just grabbing what you can and moving off to another island. First things first, first thing you want to grab, just grab all the rocks. If you decide you're not going to stay, grab all your rocks and head off to another island. Alright, so now you're on an island. It's pretty big. Seems like it's got plenty of stuff, palm trees, all that good stuff. First thing you want to do is you want to start crafting and building. So when you spawn, you're going to spawn with a water bottle, a pocket knife, and a lighter, I believe. Your pocket knife is going to have a durability, so the more you use it, the less it degrades, or the more it degrades, and then it's not going to work anymore. So one of the first things you want to do is when you find a rock, go ahead and hack it up. Oh shit. Yeah, so go ahead and hack it up. The good thing about doing this is it gives you rock shards, and rock shards are used for a spear, which you're going to need to fish and hunt and crab and all that good stuff. And you can also, if you notice, a machete has a durability. The rock shard does not. So as long as you have a rock shard, you will always have a way to chop up a tree, chop up a shark, harvest some food, whatever you need to do. So it's pretty handy to always keep a rock shard. Alright, so see, you can pretty much do anything with it. Alright, so you've got your rock shard. You started harvesting potato plants, which that was potato plant, by the way. And let's see. Let me show you some of the things on the island. Unfortunately, this island does not have any palm trees because I have chopped them down and used them for building materials. One thing you should know, I've noticed a lot of people like to try to keep palm trees on their island, and that's fine. If that's what you want to do, go for it. But palm trees will not respawn coconuts. It used to be before this latest patch. You got the plant right here, we'll give you rope. But before this latest patch, palm trees were just loaded with coconuts, which you would think they would be on a deserted isle with nobody messing with them. But now you're lucky if you find a palm tree that's got, if you find one with 2 or 3, you're pretty lucky. So my suggestion, go ahead and cut down all the trees using building materials. Alright, so once you start harvesting wood, when you chop down a tree, it's going to either you cut it up into sticks and palm fronds, which I have some over here. Once you start getting a pile of material, you have a basic crafting menu, and then you have, well, I guess what I like to call an advanced crafting menu. The basic crafting menu is stuff that you can make without needing any kind of tools. So for your basic crafting menu, you can make, this is pretty much everything you can make with it, and you won't have all these options to begin with. I've just got a lot of stuff saved up. So a crude axe, which you can make it. It takes 1 rope, 1 stick, and a prong, and that's gonna make it a little quicker to chop down trees. But I've got a trick that I'll show you a little later for that. Your campfire. Campfire is a must. You're gonna need your campfire to cook food, purify water. The one thing to remember about a campfire is once you place it, you cannot move it. And I don't think you can deconstruct it yet either, but that's something I think that they're going to work in eventually. Alright, so find you a good spot for it. I'm not going to actually build it, and so we'll say we'll build it here. That's where I would build it. Okay. Your basic campfire is just that pile of sticks. You can cook on it, but it's kind of a pain in the butt to cook on it. Once you... Let's cut my lighter. once you build your campfire, you have options to upgrade it. And you've got two upgrades to it. The first upgrade is a fire pit. That's just the ring of bricks. And to do that, you'll need 6 rocks, which I would suggest upgrading your fire pit pretty quickly. It makes it a lot easier to cook with. So once you have your 6 rocks, you just throw them down by the fire, and you'll get your crafting menu, and you'll be able to select fire pit. The third upgrade is a fire spit, and that takes 3 sticks and 1 rope. Once you throw that down next to the fire, it gives you the option to craft a fire spit, and this is your fire spit right here. So the bonus to a fire spit is something you can't do with the other fires, is you can attach stuff to cook. Alright, which makes things a lot easier. When your fire runs out, you can reload it with sticks or palm fronds. So 3 sticks. And to do that, you just equip the sticks in your hands and left mouse click. And you'll see it build up right there. So let's go. Well, we're not going to do the cooking yet, because I've got some cooking tips and tricks I want to show you too. Alright, so now that you've got your fire pit set up, you can look at starting crafting a base or some shelter. And to do that, you have to have a hammer. Now you can make a hammer, which is probably what you're going to have to do to start with, and that is 2 rocks. So I don't think I have 2 rocks. No. 2 rocks, a stick, and a rope. Or it may be 2 sticks. I forget. But once you have your hammer made, you can get into more of the advanced crafting, as I like to think of it. So I'm going to use one that I found. And you can find better axes, better hammers, machetes, stuff like that. All of which have a durability and they last longer than stuff you can make. Alright, so once you have a hammer, you'll see everything's turned blue now. So it gives you an advanced building menu. So you always have to start out with your foundation. Your foundations, you can put different places. Now I want to build a little storage shed. So where do I put it? So let's put it right here. Alright, so now you got your foundation. So what do you got to do next? Well, you'll want to put supports. If you're going to add walls and a roof, you're going to need supports. And once you get a foundation up, in order to keep building on it, you've got to have your resources fairly close to it to access the menu. So you put some palm fronds, some lashings down, and it'll start giving you options. So see, now you've got options for stuff. So first off, you gotta do supports. Do support there, 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 and there. Alright. So now that you have your supports up, you can do, and I'm going to need some sticks. Uh-oh. I guess I didn't have quite as many sticks as I thought I did. Let me see. I need to eat 2. So as you can see, you can cook a lot of stuff. There's fish you get from spearfishing, you can cook. You don't ever want to try to eat anything raw. You pretty much the only thing you can eat raw would be sardines, which you can get from spearfishing. But they don't give you a whole lot of health to begin with, so you'd have to eat a whole bunch of them to get your health up. Everything else you're going to need to cook. So we will eat the shark meat. Shark meat is awesome because it will give you full health right off the bat. Coconuts. Since you're going to be on the island, I guess we can go through this real quick. To harvest your coconuts, pretty simple. Just hit it. Once you knock the green outer covering off of it, one more hit will make it drinkable. Pick it up, drink it, throw it down, and crack it open to eat it. Now there's 2 ways you can crack it open. You can use a tool and hack it open, which works just fine. Or once you've not to cover off in rain, you just throw it up in the air. Hopefully that don't land in the water. Yep. And that'll crack it open. Possibly save durability on the tool if you're getting low. But there's definitely axes and machetes and even hammers. Once you start diving to shipwrecks, you should have a nice supply of those because they are flipping everywhere. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna have to make a little trip. Possibly. Well, you know what? I can show you some cooking first. Alright. So the devs have added a bunch of new creatures and new things into the game, and two of the things that they've added is the stingray, which is pretty cool looking, and a black tip reef shark. Now right now these little suckers are not aggressive at all, so you can, if you come across one, you just hack it up, drag it to your island and chop it up for food. It's pretty easy to just hack at it. It'll turn into some steaks, shark fins, shark meats. Unfortunately, the stingray we can't do anything with yet. There are also turtles, which I have not come across one yet. So I'm not sure if we can do anything with it or not. I'd like to think maybe we can hack it up and make some turtle soup. It'd be pretty tasty. Okay, so let's see. We can just leave this here. Alright, so we need to go 145. What should be that island right? We're gonna go to that island right there. When you start out, you are not gonna have a compass, unfortunately, and that is something you're gonna want to get as soon as possible. But there are ways to get from island to island without a compass, and one of the ways to do it is you can mark from your home base. That one. Mark from your home base where you're going. And you can do that. The easiest thing to use is sticks. Throw a stick down and just kind of right click. Make sure it's pointed towards the island that you're going to. And you do the same thing once you actually get on the island, and I'll show you what we're going to do. On my raft. What did I do with it? Here we go. So that's the island we're going to go to right there. Let me go drop my lighter off real quick because we're not going to do it. When you're going to an island, especially if you're going to harvest building supplies, you want to take as little with you as possible, so you can maximize, bring back as much as you can. We'll take the machete. Let's just take the rock shot so I can show you guys. Alright, so now we're ready to go. So you mark your island with whatever you got, and now I don't even know where I put my spear. Where'd it go? There it is. Let's bring it over here. Now, I'm not going to worry about the rain too much, because with a compass it makes it a lot easier, but I would not suggest trying to row to an island unless you have a compass. Alright, so I know it's at 145. It's about right there. So when you're rowing to an island, one thing you want to make sure not to do is to look around. You want to keep fixated on that island because it is really easy to get turned around in this. Now the biggest trick and tip that I'd like to show you, because a lot of people don't know about this, at least from what I can tell from YouTube videos and whatnot, is the speed row. And the speed row trick, what it does is it basically adds a stroke into your paddle. And to do that, all you got to do is you hold your paddle button down, you hit escape again, and then hit your button, your left mouse button, and it basically speeds up the paddle. And it's a nice little nifty trick to get in between islands quick. And it works. You could potentially do this more than twice, but I would not recommend it. If you do it more than twice, when you start switching zones, a lot of times your raft will shoot out from underneath. And if you're in the middle of a bunch of sharks, that's not a good idea. I'll take this little paddle trip. I'll go over here and grab some more stuff. Let's see what we can do. And this trick can also be used when you're cutting down trees or cutting up trees to speed up the process. And one thing to keep in mind, if you are doing this trick, when you're switching zones, just kind of keep an eye on the raft. If it looks like you're moving to the back of the raft when you switch into a new biome, just kind of ease back up to the front. I think that's the island up there. Oh, way off. That's what we're looking for. That passes through. That island is pretty much directly east away. And, yep. About right there. So even with a compass, it can get a little funky. Nope. 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 Oh shoot. Where did we come from? Alright, so we finally made it to the island. Sorry about that. I guess even with a compass it's still kind of easy to get turned around. Alright, so we made it to the island, and I realized I've been here before, but that's okay because I did not strip everything off this island yet. So there's still a couple of palm trees up, so let us take these bad boys now. Okay, so back to the speed paddle trick. It'll also work with chopping trees down, or chopping them up. Doesn't take much to chop a tree down, but when you're chopping it up, it can get pretty tedious, especially if it's a large tree. Oops. Grab those first. So we're going to drag this back to my other stuff. And if you want to drag something, it's just you just hold the right mouse button and drag this back over there. And I think what actually happened with this island is when I came to this island, it was before they did the hotfix after the version 002 update they did. And I chopped down most of the trees on the island. Had everything staged right here. I took the load back to base, and I came back and everything had despawned. All the trees and sticks had despawned. My rocks and stuff didn't, but the trees did. So yeah, that sucked. But I left a few trees up, so it worked out. Okay, so for your speed chop, it's basically the same thing. Hold the button, hold your chop, your left mouse button, hit escape, escape again, hit your button again, and you basically get a double swing. And it'll speed things up. That works, as I said, for paddling and for chopping up stuff. So it's a nifty little trick just to speed up the process. You don't have to do this. This is just an option for you to do if you so desire. And I'm sure it is something that is going to get fixed eventually. The devs, I believe, are aware of it, but I don't think it's high up on their list of fixes right now. So let's see how much space do we got. Did I have another? I think there was one more. And this axe is about had it. So you see the durability on this axe, it's just about done. It's only got a couple more swings on it. I think that's it for the palm trees anyway. Just in time. Yeah, so it had one swing on it. See, now it's gone. And that's where those rock shards come in handy. Alright, so now we've got some sticks. Stuff I left. How much space do we got? We do some rocks too. And everything stacks in 4s. Alright. Max. Get a spear. If you want to kill it, sharks in this game now, after the 002, are a lot more aggressive. Before, as long as you were looking at them, they wouldn't really attack you. Now, yeah, just keep your eyes open if you're in the water. If you hear the music, the dome, whatever it is, you better start putting your head on the swivel and looking around, because they will come out of nowhere if you have your back to them in a flash and grab you. I'm not going to waste much. I was going to kill it. Spears are really no good to kill sharks. It'll take you forever. The best thing to kill a shark with is an axe. Axe does the most damage, followed by a machete. Alright, so we've got everything that I can possibly want. Yeah, it's not worth one problem. Alright, so let's go back to the home base. I'm not going to subject you to this long paddle, which it really is a long paddle. So I will be right back once we get back to base. Alright, so we have made it back to the island. And I want to show you guys some of the cooking tricks. But before I do that, well, before we do that, I've got to get a few more things to cook. So we're going to do a little spearfishing. These guys right here, lionfish, don't mess with them. If you touch them, they'll poison you. If you spear them, they'll poison you. If you cook them and try to eat them, they'll poison you. Archers are good. Let's see. Angelfish will poison you. Angel, archer. Oh, and looky what we have here. We have us a turtle. Let's get some air. I almost hate to do it. They really made this. The graphics on this game is really, really good. Pretty awesome. So we'll get one more breath of air, and then you, my friend, shall become turtle soup. Really should. Oh, don't go on the island. good. Alright, so let's see if we can hack these up. I actually found one a little earlier when I was trying to gather up some stuff. We shall see if we can chop them up. Let's see what it gives us. Yes, I know you're beeping. Oh my goodness. This guy's such a pansy. Alright. Almost out of last piece of shark meat. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. I got the black tip. Alright, that'll work. Alright. That there. Grab the old machete. Let's see if we can hack them up. Well, we may be able to. Yes, no. Oh, that sucks. It makes it sound like we'd be able to hack it up. Well, that ain't worth the crap. Alright. Well, we've got enough stuff that I can show you guys. Alright, let's grab. Down. And I'll also show you guys the freshwater stuff. How to purify water. Water bottles are refillable. I'll show you how to I can show you how to do that now. So I just drank the last. Each water bottle holds 3 servings, so it's basically 3 drinks out of it. Once it's empty, and the only way you can do this is you've got to have a bucket and you've got to have the water in it pretty much purified. So you just walk up to your bucket, left mouse, and it puts a serving back in it. So should be at 1 serving now, and it is. Well, there we go, 1 serving. Alright. Now to we're not ready. Purify water. Empty buckets. I'll get you at least a couple. Just walk out, crouch, give it a second, pop up. Now you're full bucket of water. Where are you going? Alright, lighter. Let's light this bad boy up. And I'll show you guys how to cook multiple items. Oh damn, bro, that was a shark. We need some more shark meat, gang. Let's drop that right there. Alright. Sticks work best. Sticks work best for everything. Get a couple sticks. One goes there. I'll try to stack them a little bit just like that. Alright, so now that you've done that, where'd the fish go? Right, there they are. Right click, drag it up. Careful not to hit your sticks. And there you go. She'll cook. And you'll get the ding, the little microwave ding when it's ready. Works for pretty much everything. Potatoes, being so small and round, they're a little more difficult. So that's probably the water. Bucket of water's done. If you get your sticks right, you can do the potatoes. So the more fuel you have in your fire, the longer it'll burn. So if you just put 1 stick, it's not going to last very long. If you put 2 sticks, a little longer, 3 sticks, you're good to go. Alright, so that should be buckets of water. One cool thing they added is when you would drop something, it would throw it way out here. It made it real hard to put stuff down. So now, you don't throw it quite as far when you drop. So the trick for that is you want to just kind of look at the horizon and hit your Q button, which is drop. Oh, and, well, that did not work out quite right. Let's just do it right here. It'll work in the dirt. That crooked ass rock. Okay. So let's cooked. Oops, that one wasn't cooked. That one's cooked. It's not cooked. That one's cooked. Oh, no, they're both cooked. Okay. Yeah, that works. Alright, potatoes are done, and I have some sharp meat. Where's the sharp meat? Here it is. And you just, to attach something to the spit, which I'm sure you saw with the bucket, yeah, you just left click. And we'll take this chunk. And she'll be done in just a few minutes. So let's go put all this stuff in my pantry. Use this little spot right here for my cooked food. This is my little tool shed slash equipment room. This is the non-cooked stuff, which is empty. I've got to do some serious gathering. This is my and the reason I'm getting this menu right here is because I've got all that material right out here next to this, to my hut right here. So it's giving me the crafting menu. You just click off of it and it'll, come on, do it. There we go. And all I have to, if I picked all this stuff up and moved it, it wouldn't do that anymore. But it's not such a big deal. So one of the things they added is doors, which is really cool, I think. It's about the same thing as a wall, pretty much things you need for a wall: sticks, fronds, and some lashing. This right here I did. I like having my fire inside. So if it's raining, if it's foggy, I can just come in here and chill and do my thing. And to do this, all you gotta do is just leave your foundation out, and you can put a fire pit in. Even though I've got 4 supports right here, it will not let me put a roof in right there. And I'm not sure if I actually want one or not. At first, I kind of wanted to be able to put a roof in right there. If they ever change it to where rain will put out a fire, then yeah, I would put it in there. But right now, I kind of like not having that in there. So it's not a big deal. I picked those up, yeah. Alright. So that one's done, and that one is probably done too. Let's check on the cooks. No, that's not done. Might not have had it close enough. Or it just didn't cook long enough. And that's pretty much that. So to recap, we did the paddle bug, or glitch, or exploit, or whatever you want to call it. The speed paddle, which also works for chopping down wood. We went over our little multi-cooking trick here. We went over some of the building. And what else? Poison. And let's do poison and first aid stuff. So the way you can trash yourself in this game is you break your arm. And if you break your arm, especially climbing palm trees, seems to be the biggest culprit of that. When you pull your watch up, your arm's not going to look like that. Your watch is going to be pointed down, your arm's going to be at a weird funky angle. You got a broken arm. The only way to fix that, morphine. The good thing about the medical supplies is it is unlimited. So if you get one morphine, you can use it over and over and over. Shark bites. Shark bites can only be fixed with bandages. Now, the thing about shark bites, if you're bleeding and you're out in water, they will attract sharks. So if you're out in deep water and you're bleeding, you can, not necessarily even deep water, if you're out a little ways from your island, you can expect to start seeing sharks. And you will attract a great white. Some people may say no, but you will. I've tested it. I've been out bleeding, and had great whites just come out of nowhere. So yeah, bandages is the only way to fix the shark bites. If you get to feeling sick, if you get a cough, and I really only know that if you're doing deep dives without a breathing tank. You dive all the way down to the bottom, let's say you're feeling ill, you go up top, you start coughing. Vitamins fix that. If you get poisoned, antibiotics. And you can get poisoned from the lionfish, sea urchins. I think that's it. Right now, I think it's just those two things. I don't think anything... Oh, well, no, I'm sorry. And the angelfish. Angelfish will poison you if you eat it. So if you get poisoned, your arm will break out in a bunch of red zit looking things, and it will make your health and water drop pretty rapidly. So you want to make sure you try and get that taken care of as quickly as possible. So vitamins for sick, bandages for shark bite, morphine for broken arms, antibiotics for poison. The cloth can be used, you can combine cloth with duct tape to make bandages. And that's all that's used for right now. I'm sure they'll come up with some other reasons, other uses for it, but as of right now, that's it. So guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Be sure, if you found anything helpful, shoot me a like and subscribe and share with your friends. I will be doing another video here soon. We'll do just some gameplay, some diving, and some island hopping. I'm on a mission to find Wally. I had him in my last game. My last game I had a huge base, huge hut. It was like a Casa de Naz. It was magnificent. And the patch came out, and I logged in, and I had logged off inside on my porch. And when I logged in, the house was gone, but I was suspended in midair and stuck and couldn't move. So I had to restart, and that just sucked. So anyway, guys, I hope you found some of this stuff useful. Like I said, shoot me a like if you found anything helpful. You can leave me a comment, let me know what you guys thought. Anything you'd like to see, by all means, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, peace out.